Hey guys, I'm Melanie Hinds. I'm your fastest Iraqi dinar summary on the net. I bring you breaking news out of Iraq. I had to soak up the sun. It's been cloudy since this morning sunshine, so this is my afternoon sunshine session. We just literally got home, and guess what? Our guys, my secret agent man and crew have done it again. Breaking news over here, just in, our government of Iraq feed over here. Master Sergeant Scott and our special friends say hello. If you were on the Zoom, you met them, you heard of them. It said the HCL is closer to the finish line since the oil is closer to the finish line once the oil starts flowing. So this was breaking news out of Iraq from my intel source. I got this around 3 o'clock. Of course, I was at my chiropractor appointment, so I just got home, checked because it's sunny. I prayed. I said, God, could you please bring out the sun for my afternoon summary? And he did. I also was led to drink 24K and Energize, 2 scoops of 24K and Energize, because I've been dragging. If you got my short I posted while I was on the road. Iraq amends the budget law. Woohoo! To pay oil firms operating in Kurdistan, says official. That makes all the articles this morning where they were talking about what may be holding them up and all of that kind of null and void. So I'm going right to this breaking news. I hope you appreciate that. If you do, comment. That is great news down below. That is great news down below. Surfak News, the Iraqi government has revised the national budget law to guarantee payments to international oil companies working in the Kurdistan region. Deputy Prime Minister for Energy and Oil Minister Hayyan Abdul Ghani announced on Wednesday. Speaking at the 9th Suleimani Forum, Abdul Ghani revealed the negotiations between Baghdad and the Kurdistan regional government led to the amendment designed to cover operational costs for energy companies in the semi-autonomous region. The budget law has been updated specifically to facilitate payments to companies operating in the Kurdistan region, Abdul Ghani explained, adding that a former letter signed by the Iraqi finance minister has been issued to ensure these payments. This move has reassured the producers and alleviated their concerns. That's good news. Abdul Ghani also pointed out that the oil produced in the Kurdistan region is counted as part of Iraq's national quota. Under the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, under OPEC. To comply with OPEC limits, the federal government has had to reduce its own production, which has negatively affected Iraq's overall export capacity. His comments come ahead of a high-level meeting scheduled between Baghdad and Erbil on Saturday to discuss the resumption of oil exports from the Kurdistan region. Exports through the Iraqi-Turkey pipeline were halted in March 2023 following international arbitration ruling in Paris, which determined that Turkey violated a 1973 agreement by allowing the KRG to independently export oil without Baghdad's approval. The stoppage blocked approximately 450,000 barrels per day of crude, cutting off the KRG's primary revenue stream. This disruption has strained the Kurdistan's finances, triggered production cuts, and increased reliance on the budget transfers from the federal government. Abdul Ghani noted that Prime Minister Shial al-Sudani's recent visit to the Kurdistan region and his discussions with local officials were instrumental in accelerating the negotiations and facilitating recent agreements. So again, breaking news, Iraq amends the budget law to pay oil firms operating in Kurdistan region, says the official. And our guys highlighted this to me by saying, Iraq amends budget law to pay oil firms. He said, what did he say? Breaking news over here, just got in. They just got it. That means we always get it first. Guys, you just need to understand we always get it first. If you want to understand how they all get it first, he explained that in my 1 hour and 38-minute combined Zoom for my Miracle Manifestation members and my Miracle Mastermind group members. I was led by God to do it all in one, and we had some breaking news for them. If you upgrade to that level, there are instructions all over YouTube how to upgrade your membership. You can look at that. It's different if you're on a phone versus a device that I found today. I did some shorts about that. But anyways, he said the HCL is closer to the finish line once the oil starts flowing. So guys, we're praying that this is done. That was breaking news. I'm so excited to bring that to you. And then he brought me another article that wasn't in this morning's summary, because this morning's summary is everything. You'll just have to go look at the first 20 minutes. It was only 100. It was an hour and 11 minutes today because we had our internet upgraded. There was an article about PM Barzani defends Kurdish parliament amid political tensions. But in that article, which is what you really needed to hear, because they just passed the amended budget law, it said Barzani defended the government's My Account initiative, in quotes. My Account initiative. That's that whole digital account, that digital app on people's phones where they can pay everything digitally. They can pay bills through e-commerce. They can do everything digitally like we do over here with our cards, our Apple Pay, Venmo, PayPal, all that. That is set up over there, but it's even better over there because why? They have the most state-of-the-art banking system, as been told to you by the World Economic Forum, the World Bank, the International Monetary Fund, and the UN was just saying this morning that they're done with their mission in Iraq. That's no longer needed there. So that breaking news that they've passed the amended budget law, and then this saying that he's defending the My Account initiative, a program aimed at paying public sector salaries through individual bank accounts to increase transparency. The program was designed for the benefit of citizens, Barzani said, accusing opponents of being driven by narrow partisan agendas. So Barzani was defending the My Account, which is their new system to pay their governmental employees through direct deposit, and even better than that, through these fancy ATMs. If they need to get money out, they can just go to the ATM, and using digital cards, much like we use Visa, MasterCard over here, which I don't even want to get started on that because they have a monopoly on a lot of things. So again, the HCL is closer to the finish line once the oil starts flowing. That is the most breaking news out of Iraq. I felt that worthy to go into more detail, so I hope you agree. So now we go to the summary of everybody else, which is one thing I'm known for here, is to give everybody's updates. So as of this afternoon, Mark Z, he's one of our favorites. He says, Soudani has said that before this term is up, we will see the dinar become the father of the dollar, or be worth more than the US dollar, return the dinar to its former glory. Guess what? They are about to have elections, so he's got to do it now if he's going to keep that promise, and he's running for re-election. He's already announced that. And then Claire says, Arab Bank returns to Baghdad after 80 years. We discussed that a few days ago, as usually they're a couple days behind us because they get the articles first and they forward them to me. Very honored. That's favor of God on my life. Militiaman, they're waiting for the government submission. That's when the showtime happens as far as I'm concerned. The government, to me, will not expose the budget tables without being ready for interconnectivity to the international financial system, which is what I've been highlighting. It's not going to be done until all the banks can connect to the new state-of-the-art AI banking system in Iraq that's connected to the military and to Interpol to catch all the crooks without letting the money go. They're going to follow the money because, until they receive the money, an actual law hasn't been broken. So, guys, this system is designed to catch the money launderers. That's why it's an anti-AML. It's an anti-money laundering system, guys. That's why K2 Integrity is a financial crimes auditing firm, consulting firm. It's an anti-financial crimes auditing firm. Anybody that wants to be attached to that system that's a private company or a public company or whatever in Iraq needs to have them look at their books, look at their systems. So guys, this is the best time to be alive. It's the best time to be invested in the foreign currency. So let's see. I think we're up to date. We talked about Mark. We talked about Frank. We talked about Militiaman. They're the most important voices in this, other than me, in my opinion. What do you think? Comment down below. Who's your favorite intel provider? I cover them all here. If I'm missing any, let me know, and I'll go get their intel for you in this summary. But guys, that's 8:07. I think that's enough of your time. How do you like that in terms of a quick, fast summary that you can keep up with this? And again, on my channel, you're looking for the Time Is Now live stream with the 2 sirens. I will do that whenever it's time. Right now, it's not done. There's been some clickbait videos saying the Vietnam dong escalated overnight. That's an AI system, and it's not true because I checked the Vietnam dong rate this afternoon and the Iraqi dinar rate. None of them had changed. They were all 0.000076 and 0.000039 the way they've always been. And so if it happens, it's going to happen in country first before it's released to the Forex. What we're looking is when it's released to the Forex, it will be an RI until it floats freely, and then the market will determine what the value is. That's just how it works. You don't have to worry about them taking 3 zeros off the currency. That's not a concern if you understand finances and how exchanges work and how public companies and countries that have a public exchange on their currency works, which I do. So I hope you'll subscribe and tap the bell and join us here. And so thankful God answered my prayer to open up the skies and give me some sun this afternoon. So I'm going to get back to getting some much needed vitamin D. I hope you will just subscribe, tap the bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.